Hello and welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, we shall talk about greetings and counting. There are several ways of greeting in the Luo language. In today's lesson, we shall talk about how to greet in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and at night. In the morning, when you wake up, you would greet someone as Ichieo nade. Ichieo nade. Now this translates to how did you wake? How did you wake? Ichieo nade. Sometimes you can say Oyaore. Oyaore. And Oyaore means, it literally translates to it has opened. And how do you respond? You would respond by saying, if the question was Ichieo nade, then your answer would be Achieo maber. Achieo maber. Ichieo nade. Achieo maber. The second one was Oyaore. Oyaore. Oyaore ahinya. Oyaore. Oyaore ahinya. Literally, it all depends on where you're doing the greeting. So for example, when you're saying Ichieo nade, that would be inside a homestead or inside a house because you're asking someone how did you wake up. But if you're saying Oyaore, then that would be in an office setup, in a work setup, in a place where there's many people, you would say Oyaore. That means it's open, and how is the day opening up for you? And you'd say it's opening up fine. I hope this clarifies the two. Now, second scenario is when you are greeting many people, two or more. You would say the same thing, but there's some other words that you'd add in. For example, instead of just saying Ichieo nade, you would add Uchieo nade instead of Ichieo. I is personifying, but if you say U, it means many people. Uchieo nade. And then you can also say Oyaore uru. Oyaore uru. I hope that clarifies the morning greeting. Now in the daytime greeting, you would talk about Irio nade. Irio nade, how have you been? Irio nade. And the response would be Ario maber. Ario maber. Okay? And if there are many people and you're greeting two or more, you would say Urio nade. Urio nade. And their response would be Wario maber. Wario maber. Then the day moves on, and then in the evening you say Oimore. Oimore. If it's one person, you're saying it one-on-one to one person, you say Oimore. But if there are 4 or 5 people, 10 people, you would say Oimore uru. Oimore uru. And their response would be Oimore ahinya. Oimore ahinya. So doesn't matter if it's one person or 10 people, the same response is Oimore ahinya. And finally, at night you would say Inind maber. Inind maber literally translates to have a great night or have a good night. Inind maber. And your response would be In bende inind maber. That translates to you too have a good night. In bende inind maber. Okay? So inind maber, in bende inind maber. If there are many people and you want to say good night to the many of them, you say unind maber. And they would respond, in bende inind maber. So let us recap on what we've just talked about. We've talked about morning greetings and we've said oyaore, and we said oyaore ahinya, ichiew nade, achiew maber, iriyo nade, ariyo maber, oimore, oimore ahinya, and inind maber, in bende inind maber. In this section, we shall now learn how to count 1 through to 100. Counting involves a lot of repetition. So all you need to master when you're counting is how to count 1 through to 10, and then you'll use the skills on 1 through to 10 to repeat your counting between 10 and 20, and between 20 and 30, and between 30 and 40, and keep on doing it like that. For example, let us go through 1 through 10 like this. Now 1, and I'll put all of them here so that you can be able to see. 1 is achiel. 2, ariyo. Ariyo. 3, adek. Adek. 4, angwen. 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 5, abich. Abich. 6, auchiel. Auchiel. 7, abiriyo. Abiriyo. 8, aboro. Aboro. 9, ochiko. Ochiko. And 10, apar. Apar. Let me go through that again. Achiel. Ariyo. Adek. Angwen. Abich. Auchiel. Abiriyo. Aboro. Ochiko. Apar. So the next session of counting is how do you count from 10 all the way to 20. Now 10 is a par. A par. But 11, remember 11 is 10 and 1. So you would just say a par and 1 is achiel, and you'd put them together as a par ge achiel. So of course 12 would be a par ge ariyo. 13, a par ge adek. And then 14, a par ge angwen. And then 15, a par ge abich. And 16, a par ge auchiel. 17, a par ge abiriyo. And then 18, a par ge aboro. And then 19, a par ge ochiko. Then when you get to 20, there are two ways. The first way is saying a par ariyo. That's the first way, then that's the old way. But the new way, you can say piero ariyo. So you can say a par ariyo or piero ariyo. So piero ariyo becomes your 20. A par ariyo becomes 20. Same thing. So let me show you 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So 20 becomes apar ariyo. 30 becomes apar adek. 40 apar angwen. You can see that I'm just saying 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens, like that. But you can also say piero ariyo. Piero adek. That's 30. Piero angwen. Piero abich. Piero auchia. Piero abiriyo. So, this is your homework. Say the following in Luo language. 24. Can you pause the video and try saying 24 in Luo language? Amazing. I hope you said Piero ariyo gi angwen. If you did, congratulations. If you did not, let's try another one. 31. So 31, obviously you got that right. I can see you smiling. It is Piero adek gi achiel. So 3 tens and a 1. Piero adek gi achiel. What about 55? So Piero and 5 is abich and 5 gi abich. Amazing. That is how you count in the Luo language. Now I hope this video has given you an idea on various methods of counting, various methods of greeting, and do not stop there. Practice, practice, practice. Join me again in lesson 2 on the same series to enjoy learning the Luo language. From now, Oriti, goodbye. Only 4 minutes, so let's go. Aya, ukikuja usitembee na mguu venye unatembea kiki yua tiendi kaki yua no. Aya, twende.